Oh dear. Do you know, it's one of them ones where you've done it every single week for the past year and a bit, and you still don't know what you're doing. So I'm just going to wait for this to come up as live. We are live. I presume we're live because we've got two people watching so far. It would have helped if I'd have added myself into the studio. Where's the fun in that? I ask you. So let's have a look. Um, got the tablet of terror. I'm in charge of everything here tonight, um, which could go massively wrong, but then again, it could go massively right. Good evening, Mr. Richard. How are you? Um, it's my favourite word. No, I'm only joking. We'll just wait for this to come up as live. Apparently, it'll just pop into life any minute now. Fingers crossed. So will I. So how are we all? I've got Madge. Madge has abandoned me tonight for a holiday. She's gone off to sunny Spain. I hope it's sunny because weather doesn't know what it's doing over here, does it, people? Let me go on to balls to cancer. So thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight from either Balls to Cancer Facebook Live or here we are, or YouTube. Pop up in the corner of the screen. Who'd have thought it, eh? Hello, Jane. How are you, my darling? I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're okay. Live right now. What can I say? Comes up not spelt right. We should have one of them little what's it called? Time delays. I'll just freeze, like the advert where the woman freezes and then the cat goes past on the screen. I think that's absolutely hilarious idea. Let me just post this. Oh, there we go. I think I've done it. Oh, to leave me in charge of everything, eh? And nothing goes right. So let's say hello to those who are tuning in so far. We've got Mark Richard, God bless him. He's always my first because he's the boss man. Multitasking. I don't multitask very well, Teresa. I don't do anything very well, to be fair. Stephen Allen Hill. Hello, Stephen. How are you? Teresa Brazil. Diane, hello, beautiful. Ian Phillips, good evening. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Popping in, my Julian from the US of A. Yes, Miss D, make it do what it is and do what it does today. I don't know what it is, Julian. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but let's give it a go. As you can see, it is Thursday. It is just after 7 o'clock, and that means it's time for hashtag Ask Auntie Dee. We love a good hashtag here at Balls to Cancer HQ. So what can I say? So we're joined again this week by a very, very special guest, Stuart Wolfenden, who is an actor and he's been in some amazing, well, he's been in quite a few of the soaps, but some amazing films as well and plays. And he now dabbles in the old singing. So I'm really looking forward to him popping on, and we'll have a really good chat with him a little bit later on. Yeah, how dare they, Jane? It's like Jane says here, unfortunately she's been working and they keep putting her on duty on a Thursday night. What can I say? Do they not know that Thursday is Ask Auntie Dee and you shouldn't be on a shift? You should be here with us watching. Very posh. I don't think I've been called posh before, Teresa. Well, I've tried posh once. And it didn't work very well. I do like to think posh. Nah, I can't do posh. Not posh at all. So there you go. Definitely not bad. I'm doing okay. Thank you, Julian. I'm having what you could probably class as a little blip. We all have them. We're all allowed them. So I am recharging a couple of batteries. Well, we're charging quite a few batteries, to be fair. But I could not dream of not being here with you beautiful people on a Thursday. Um, so there you go. But thank you for asking from America. Now, I think you've just posted in here, haven't you, sweetheart? The floods. Yes, I've just been watching that on the news, actually, about the floods and the hurricanes and everything in America. But listen, you need to stay safe, young man, and you keep doing what you do best. And that's just cheering everybody up and just being your amazing, awesome self. Awesome, a very American word. There's, as you all know, I'm not a massive fan of the Americans, but there are a few that I will put up with, and you, Julian, are one of them. So there you go. Chrissy Trenchfield's in. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Leslie, lovely to see you here again today. Oh, you're all absolutely fantastic. Wow, Jane, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like, I'm just reading Helen's comments and I tried to actually think. Um, yes, I think he has, but I will ask him about that. About is his brother in Emmerdale? But again, it's the same as me, possibly saying, isn't it, that I'm related to? Let me think. Name some famous Kellys. There's got to be one. Well, except me, obviously, but there's got to be one or two famous Kellys. But that's like, are all the Kellys related? Are all the Smiths related? Are all the Brazils related? Who knows? Who knows? So there you go. We've got Mark. Did I really do posh in the Big Brother house? Now, I attempted to do posh in the Big Brother house. Now, obviously, I did fool the Americans, which wasn't very hard. If you watched my series, I'll say my series of Celebrity Big Brother, but. Nah, I attempted. I was supposed to obviously pretending to be the Duchess of Soley Hall. I dressed well in, I never ever want to see that outfit ever again either, and had like obviously the weave that I ripped out at about 2 o'clock in the morning because I had 400 hairpins digging in my head. So yeah, I don't think I'm completely built for weaves either. Now. Catherine's in. Hi, Catherine. How are you, my darling? Now, Helen, this is where I need to start worrying, or do I need to start worrying? Our Helen had a dream about me and Madge last night. Now, most people would actually say, we had a nightmare about you and Madge last night, but I'll kind of go with the dream bit. So I'm going to have a little look now and see, what did our Helen dream about? Oh, I've got a phone. Right, she was sleeping at my house and Madge was taking her to work. She had to peel a carrot and Madge was sick of waiting and drove off. I woke up terrified of Madge. But the laugh of it is, Helen, that is actually something that Madge would do. You can't mess about with our Madge. And I mean, God bless her. She has to take me shopping on well, she don't have to, but she does. I go shopping on a Saturday morning with Madge. And we always set a time, what time tomorrow, etc., etc., etc. And then lo and behold, I'm never ready in time. I don't know what it is. If I said to Madge, shall we go out at 11 o'clock? My cup stuck to my table. Bloody hell, my cup stuck to my table. That's because I knocked it with my booty when I was rushing from the kitchen to come and sit down because I realised I was late. Oh my God. If I said to her, we'll go shopping at 11, she turns up at 11. Now, I can actually get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and still not be ready for 11. I get easily distracted. That's my problem. As you all know every single week how distracted I get because I start off on one subject and then I'll say something and then I'll go on to another one. And I was just about to do it again, but I won't. I really want to, though, because I can't help myself. I don't want to miss anything. Anyway, this one outside here, she bibs the car horn like nobody's business. But yeah, Helen, that just sounds like exactly what she would do. If you're not ready and you're not there, I mean, there's times when I could say I've opened the front door and I'm like, well, where are you? And she's like, I've gone. Right, okay, charming. What can I say? Absolutely charming. But yeah, that is definitely something I'm scared of Madge as well. She's just got that scary kind of like aura about her. I mean, I'm being brave. I hope she's not tuning in. I don't think they've got Wi-Fi in Spain because, believe it or not, she hasn't even messaged me to let me know that she got there all right. And there's me thinking me and her were like tight like that. Obviously, we're not. First sign of sun, she's completely forgotten about her Auntie Dee. I hate calling myself her auntie because I'm actually her cousin. I'm not old enough to be her auntie, but then again, technically, I probably am. But hey ho, when she's mad, I'll be her auntie. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so she's in my bad books, so she better bring me back a nice present. I'm telling you now. So I'm gonna have a sip of this and I'm gonna catch up. All these Kellys. Oh yeah, you got Matthew Kelly. You got Lorraine Kelly. No, I don't kind of like Ned Kelly. I could possibly. I'm sure. I'm sure I'm related to a Ned Kelly. We've got Alan Richardson in. He's really packing on the charm today. Great hair again, Dee. What can I say, Alan? I'm always looking on point. Hence why I come into the studio. This is how bad it is. I come into the studio, and I'm just straight in the hair. And obviously, it probably wouldn't be on point, only the fact that I've got one side to do. How wrong can I go with one side? Very, very, very wrong. Trust me. Yes, McBride is here. Hello, McBride. How are you, my darling? What part of... Oh, he's talking to Teresa, not me. I was going to say, what part of America? I've never actually been to America. I don't... I want to go to America. Maybe I need to try and get over this kind of like, it's just because I've been scarred and I've been scarred by one American, and I suppose I'm just tarring them all with the same brush, and it's a great big bloody brush. I'm telling you. Matthew Kelly is here, your brother. Let's go through and have a look and see what's crack-a-lacking. Stevie, we've got Stevie in. How are you, my darling? We've got the beautiful Jenny Willits. Teresa's just chatting away to Julian as she does. We got our Jay in. Our Jay, who always calls me our Bab. I don't mind being called our Bab, to be fair. I don't mind being called a lot of things, actually. You can call me what you like, because I'm kind of like uncertain. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. We've got Kerry Simner in. Hello, gorgeous. Andrew McBride, I will not mention that name, because like I said, I am traumatised for life by that Hollywood actor. Maybe that's when all my problems started. No, let's be honest, they started long time before that. I'm telling you now. Now, I'm all right, thank you, Catherine. Balls to cancer, I definitely don't want to be related to the last one. I can dance like Jean Kelly, and I have actually got Grace Kelly. She was beautiful, wasn't she? She was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, so there's absolutely, there are loads of Kellys out there. Some obviously that I wouldn't mind being related to, and some that I would definitely not want to be related to. I'm telling you now. Now, Catherine's in the house, so let me tell you guys, as you know, because we mention it nearly every week, if I remember, Catherine runs a page called Katie's Charity Raffles. You can find them on Facebook, and there we will Catherine highlights any events that we've got coming up regarding balls to cancer, and she's also got raffles on there with some amazing prizes. I'm being a little bit distracted by, maybe I should turn my television off. She's got some amazing raffles on the page, and all proceeds of all raffles go towards our beloved Balls to Cancer, because as we know, because I keep telling you, whether or not you listen is a different kettle of fish. Fundraising has been so hard, but we're coming out of this kind of lockdown now and restrictions, etc., etc. I'm going, hang on a minute, let me just turn this off. I'm getting distracted. Fine figure of a man. Anyway, so like I said to you, easily distracted. What can I do? I've even forgot what I was saying. That's not what I was saying. Anyway, does it matter? Probably not. So pop over and give a follow to Katie's charity raffles, because on Monday, the 6th of September, from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Balls to Cancer launch their first ever support group, and it will be every Monday morning. Now, everyone is welcome, and it's just somewhere where you can go and you can talk to people and, just mingle. That's what I was on about, restrictions being lifted, etc., etc., and fundraising. I'll get back to that in a moment. So there you go. Balls to Cancer launches its first ever support group on Monday at Roseville Methodist Church in Cosley. Now, Cosley is a tiny little place in the Black Country. I'm joking. That's where a lot of these HQs. We'll talk about the HQs. So there you go. If you get a chance, pop along and show your support. Yes, I'm about to say, Karen, and eat cake. Drink tea and eat cake. That sounds like my ideal night out. Now, I've just noticed our Madge has popped on. Hello, our Madge. She's tuning in from Spain. Everyone was just saying how much they miss you. They weren't really. Helen was dreaming about you last night, Madge. And she's got you down to a T, an absolute T. Thanks for my messages, letting me know that you got there all right. Hey ho, who am I? I'm only the world's worst worrier. Note to self. So there you go. Stevie Whitfield, Cosley is great. It really is. We've got a few Madge who, you know that, Stevie. You know that. We've got a few more people to say hello to. The beautiful, gorgeous Jean Bouquet, who always hold a special place in my, I was going to say little heart, but I've actually got a great big massive heart. It's too big a bloody heart, I'm telling you. That's part of my problems. And we've got Victoria Simpson in as well. Hello to you. So I'm going to be ignoring any other comments from Madge, because she'll probably tell me how she's sunbathing, or she's drunk, or just having a really lovely time. Well, we're all here with the heating on. But what can I say? We wouldn't have it any other way, would we, guys? Good old British weather. You either love it or you don't. We've got Chet in. Hello, my little Chet. How are you, my gorgeous darling? Jenny's here. Jenny, my son is doing the 3 Peaks starts tomorrow, and he has to do, oh my goodness, he's doing 3 peaks. Now, I'm presuming by peaks you mean mountains. Take into account, Jenny, I'm sometimes, a little bit on the slow side, but no, he's doing 3 peaks in 24 hours in aid of the homeless. Well, do you know something? A massive, massive good luck to your son from all of us here, Jenny Willits. And like we said, it's kind of like, a lot of charities, including Balls to Cancer, we know how much they've struggled because people haven't been able to fundraise for them at all. But, fingers crossed, things are picking up and we'll be able to get back on that bike, as they say. Get back on that bike. Completely ignoring Madge, because she's somewhere boiling hot. How's my Auntie Bid? I hope you're looking after my Auntie Bid. Madge hasn't seen me Auntie Bid. I mean, I'm feeling a bit like emotional, but she's not. Look, obviously, she's Madge's mum. Do you know what I mean? For the first time in nearly 2 years, is it? Can you imagine? Well, I was about to say, can you imagine not seeing your mum for 2 years? But yeah, anyway, yeah. Give her a big hug from me, Ed, and tell her she's only tiny. She's absolutely tiny. He's our Auntie Dee. So there you go. And Tracy, you might laugh, but like on the few occasions that I have frequented a place called a gym, I actually now, Mark, see, I'm getting waylaid again. I would do a fundraising bike ride on a bike that didn't ride, if that makes sense. Uh, does that make sense? I would fundraise on a bike that didn't ride because I have, believe it or not, oh, hello to my little Olafur Arneson, who's from Sweden. How are you, my darling? Talking about that, which is probably a completely different part of the country. ABBA have reformed. Did you see that on the news? ABBA have reformed. But you see, this is what I would actually do. John O'Groats to Land End, yes, but on a bike that doesn't move. 24-hour bike ride. I've got to sleep and drink tea. See, and Helen, so that's me, Catherine, Helen, Madge, we'll get her to do it. I'm sure we can get loads of other people to join along. But like I was saying, what I've done, I have been known on a few occasions. Obviously, I can count the amount of occasions on this one hand. Walked into a place called a gym. Right? Now, I've walked in and walked straight back out. No, I haven't really, but I was terrorised at one. I had there was a female kind of like gym instructor, and she scared the life out of me. And I honestly couldn't walk. I couldn't walk after and that was only my induction. So I thought, oh, I won't be going back there again. And then I went to another gym, and I did actually do quite a few sessions there. I really, really enjoyed it. Define the word enjoy. Yeah, anyway. Maybe not enjoyed, but I think I went because I paid for it, and it's one of them, and it's kind of like if you don't go, then you kind of lose your money. And I am a bit of a skinflint, so I'm kind of like, yeah, so I went. But let's just say, once I'd spent the money that I'd paid, I didn't renew. But it's so funny because, I mean, I personally didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Right, guys, I used to get up in the morning. Now, I'm not a breakfast kind of person. I'm the kind of person that has to eat when I'm hungry. Does that make sense? So I couldn't get up. I couldn't open my eyes, eat breakfast, and then eat lunch, and then eat dinner. Well, not in one go, obviously, but I suppose I could. But you know what I mean. So I used to go to the gym, get into trouble because I hadn't had anything to eat. And I'm like, well, I couldn't have anything to eat because I wasn't hungry. I used to do a couple of circuits, as they call it, and then come out. And then when I come out of the gym, I used to order a taxi. And get the taxi to drop me off at the cafe. Because by the time I'd done them circuits, I was hungry. So it was wake up, leave the house, go to the gym, do what I had to do, feeling a bit peckish, phone a cab, take me to the cafe. And then in the cafe, I'd have a cracking big breakfast. So I guess that's kind of why it didn't work. With regards to me. Oh, what can I say? Andy Conway, hello, Queenie. How are you, my gorgeous darling? James Milton Kelly. See, you've done it again, Teresa. He was an American athlete, a martial artist, and an actor, but he was American. I'm not saying I can't be related to any Americans. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I probably am. So there you go. So that was kind of my gym. But again, it goes back to, I think, what we've just signed up for is, yeah, because I never even finished telling the story, did I? What I love in the gym, I loved the exercise bike. I love the exercise bike. I love the treadmill. and I love that the rowing machine. I mean, don't get me wrong, I rode at my own speed, at my own pace, and I never ever rode very far. But they're the ones that I really liked. I do. So I like an exit, but it has to be a sturdy exercise bike. I don't like one of them with saddles that really like hurt you. What can I say? I don't like them bikes that hurt your ass. I like a nice, rock solid exercise bike with a great big saddle that basically looks like the back seat of a car. And I will then, if you can get one of them bikes, balls to cancer, then I will do, what did we call it? A sponsored, bike ride. A bike ride on a bike that doesn't move. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, enough about me. Well, it's never enough about me, really, is it? But we have to pull in a special guest because, as you know, every now and again, they just don't turn up. And I'm left here wobbling on to myself. But I knew this guy was going to turn up because he's an absolute bloody diamond. Welcome to Ask Auntie Dee, Stuart Wolfenden.
How are you, Dee?
I can't hear you. Oh, do you know why?
Oh, can you not? Can you hear me now?
I can now. Now, I don't know. Was that you or was that me? Because I actually had the volume turned off on this computer.
I'm hopeless with technology, so I'll take the blame, no problem at all.
Your fault, Stuart. Come on, prepare yourself.
Yeah. I should know better at my age, but no.
Now, listen, now that's a little something, young man, and I'm calling you young man because we're the same bloody age. So I'm not. Yeah. First of all, can I say a massive thank you for agreeing to pop on here tonight for a little chat on balls to cancer.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, God, anytime. And it's really nice to see, because we say this all the time, it's really nice to see, obviously, I mean, Andy's just commented here as well. We've got a few people coming. Oh, my God, it's Craig the Paperboy. You will never, ever be forgotten as Craig the Paperboy. Come on.
Wow. Well, that's they're showing their age then, aren't they? If they can remember that far back. I can just manage to remember that far back.
Oh, yeah. Stuart, they're all really, really old in here, honest to God. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, they're all way past it, but we love them anyway. And we've got Matt Bride has gone, the OG Mark Casey.
Yeah, aye. Yeah, the mechanic.
See, 3 times, and this is kind of what gets me. It's like, you know, you obviously, are you the only person, you might be actually, who's ever been in the same soap 3 times?
I think there's another one, maybe another 2. Pretty rare, especially like when I've been kind of established characters as well. So, I mean, people have done, I mean, I've done about 3 or 4, 5 maybe different characters in Emmerdale, but only a couple of episodes at a time. But with Coronation Street being kind of established character, Craig was established, Mark was established, and when I went back in as Greg Hodge, that was established kind of thing as well. So that's pretty rare, yeah.
But it's like one of them where, you know, especially when I'm sitting there going, I know him from somewhere. It's kind of like.
I usually say Crime Watch. I get people looking at you when you're out and about and they say, I recognise you, and I just go Crime Watch, and you just leave them with that, and then they kind of think,
don't they keep firing that at me all the time, honest to God. I'm sure I haven't been on Crime Watch. I think that's probably one. Is that a good thing?
I actually have.
Have you?
I actually have. I did a reconstruction. I think it was the Stephen Lawrence thing, but many years back. So I actually have. So I do joke about it, but I did like a reconstruction thing. So yeah, so it's another thing I've been in. Yeah.
Oh my God! And this is what I'm going to say. It's like the amount of like I love using this word because I do like to think, you know, deep down there's an element of posh in me. Do you know what I mean? But just go with the flow. Oh my God, the genres you have covered. It's got your career is impressive.
Oh, cheers, mate. It's been pretty varied. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of why I wanted to. I knew the street in '92 when I was 22. I knew it was going to come to an end, and it was daunting at the time. You get used to the money, you get used to just that jobbing kind of actor. But I knew I wanted to do so many other things. So I was happy that it was coming to an end. And if I hadn't have done, there's people in it who were still in it, from them days. I think it's Simon Gregson, Steve McDonald. He came in like 6 months after me, so I would have been in it 30 years. And it wasn't that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do different things. I really did. That's kind of what I entered the acting profession for. And good and bad. There's a lot of times unemployed and stuff, but that goes with the territory. But
see, I'm laughing at Teresa's comment here, but I was actually just about to ask that because we get it all the time. She's put, were you really that bad at school? Now, we have this kind of a lot of time with a lot of actors who come on to ask Auntie Dee. Obviously, the question is, how did you get into acting? And most of the answers were because we were completely rubbish at school. It's like...
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's that thing where some kids are academic and some kids are artistic, and there's not enough emphasis on the artistic side. And thankfully, I went to a tremendous little comprehensive school, but the drama department, where it all started for me, Colin Snell, the teacher at North Chellington Comprehensive in Oldham, there's myself, there's Kelvin Fletcher, Andy MacDonald, Matthew Dunster, who's very big down in London as a director in the theatres. The guy plays Kane Dingle. Joe Hartley, who's in This Is England, William Ash. We all went to the same school in the same drama group, but we're all on telly. We're all ended up on telly because it was kind of encouraged, and because the teacher had such a passion for it, and we'd do plays and take them outside the school. That's how I started, and then I joined the theatre workshop in Oldham. So we was very lucky in them days. There was a lot. There isn't that kind of opportunities now, I don't think. And we was lucky.
And that is the thing. It's kind of like, I think for somebody, obviously, like you've just said, your teacher, to actually acknowledge at such an age, I'm going to say back then, that there are children, because it's so demoralizing for a young person who maybe isn't academic. Do you know what I mean? And Absolutely. It's like, but I did read up as well, and I was like, and I just love it that was it your first ever production that you did was Kes? That is one of my favorite films ever.
Yeah, that's what got me into the whole business, really. I'd see when I first saw that film, especially working with Shane and people like that, who I didn't know until I was older how Ken Loach worked kind of the improvisation, and that's why the film was very, very real. And when I first saw that film, I grew up watching westerns with my dad and Spencer Tracy films and Hammer House of Horror, them kind of films. But when I first saw Kes, I remember being blown away by the kind of reality and the truthness in it. The very famous scene where that little boy gets slapped. Now, apparently, it was like one take, and he really did get slapped. So when he's crying, they're real tears, And I've met Ken several times. I've come very close to working with Ken, since. So it's an absolute gift because that drew me to it. And then I ended up doing the production of it in school, and we took that out to the Grange Arts Centre in Oldham, entered the drama festival, and I think I was 13, and I won an award for it, Best Actor Under 21. And that's when I knew then. I thought, all right, I'm okay at this then. This is something. I mean, I was quite artistic at school. I liked art, I liked football and stuff like that. But academic-wise, no, I wasn't interested at all. I really wasn't. It really did bore me. I didn't get it. I didn't get school and stuff. And I know lots of kids like that. Even now, when it's they get labelled nowadays, don't they? Oh, he's got such a thing. He's got such a thing. It's not always the case. It's two sides of the brain, artistic and and stuff. And I think definitely it should be encouraged more. Where would we be without the arts?
See, that's true, actually. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and you've got to understand that every child's so different, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like, it's because I kind of I was having a conversation with like my son the other day, and he's like, he'll be 15 oh my God, he'll be 15 in 2 weeks. And we're kind of like, I know he's not like, he really struggles with like the math side of it, shall I say? And we're kind of like talking to him. And I says, have you thought about what you want to do when you leave school? And he's like, no. And I said, well, obviously you've got to go to college first. And he's like, I've got to go to college. I'm like, I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, well, legally you've got to stay in school until you're 18 now. Well, what am I going to do in college? I said, well, knowing you'll probably have to resit your maths. I said,
I never got maths.
I'm a very open and honest mum, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're resitting your maths, son. But later that day, I caught him. He was Googling, honest to God, Stuart, he was Googling jobs that you could do when you're older, when you don't need a maths qualification.
There's plenty. I've done all right, and I couldn't get it at all. My little boy who's 7, he's getting it from his mum because he's coming home and his favourite subject at 7 is maths, and I'm like, What? I didn't get that. I didn't get maths at all. I thought it was a wind up. I really did. E equals and all that. I was like, hey. What?
Yeah, it's like we go to the supermarket and we go down the supermarket and we go, can we have 3/4 of a pineapple on top of 7/8 of it? I don't know.
I'll have that. That'll do.
Yeah,
chop that in half. That'll do.
No, obviously, it's kind of like we've got people in here talking here because everyone's like, because I did actually drop the tablet. Because normally I have a PA, but I'm having to do it all myself now today. So I'm on a phone, a tablet, and obviously on here. And I'm really ignoring everybody here. I really am. So kind of like, obviously, like we said, we've discussed about the 3 times that you were in Corrie. And then you obviously, you did a lot of other soaps as well. Was it the most recent one was Hollyoaks?
Yeah. Steve's stepdad, came in. We cast it, and that was a nasty piece of work, and it's been left kind of open, but it was fun to do. Kieran Richardson's a lovely bloke, and it was. It always is fun to do the horrible parts. It is more fun.
I was just about to say, what do you prefer? Do you prefer being a goodie or a baddie?
Yeah, it's like the Bond thing, isn't it? Do you want to be James Bond or do you want to be a James Bond villain? Bond villain. No, Bond villain every time. Yeah, miles more fun.
Oh, is that
what we're going to do with this space? I'm a really nice guy, but when you start growing this stuff and all that, it's people cross the road sometimes.
What it is and stuff, obviously we've been kind of like having the backwards and forwards over social media over the past couple of days, but I have received more messages about you coming on here tonight than anybody else. And they're all so positive, saying, oh my God, you'll love him. He's such an amazing guy. He never shuts up. You won't get a word in edgeways. And I'm like, watch this space. He won't get a bloody word in.
We're doing all right. I'm trying to learn. The more I've done it, the first few I started doing these in lockdown. I just didn't stop. Because it's like you've not been talking to anybody for a while. And I think the first one I did was with a guy called Rich Wilson, a comedian, and I didn't stop, man. I didn't stop. And I listened back to it.
Isn't it? It's like, it's really mad. Obviously, you're, should we say, mainly known as being an actor. Yes, Teresa, I've gone posh again. So we know how hard it is, because we've had so many people, how extremely hard it's been in the past 18 months, work-wise for anybody, but in the arts, it's been a massive struggle.
Absolutely, yeah, it really has. It decimated me, and because I gig as well at weekends and stuff, and so just literally saw my diary every week, looking in it, going, and then because you thought it was coming back, there was times when it kind of reopened and stuff. But yeah, devastating in lots of industries and stuff. I started doing some delivery jobs and just started doing a bit of something else because I had to. I do feel there's a lot of people, and it's like the hospitality industry. People are like, it's opening up now, and I'm booking some gigs and stuff like that. It's going to be years before this recovers. It's a long, long time before it recovers. There's a long way to go, kind of thing, but it's getting there. It's getting more positive, isn't it?
Most definitely. Now, obviously, you did mention there gigging. Now,
Yeah.
is this a completely newfound love of yours? Music, tell us about your music.
No, I've always done it. I've always sung from an early age. I think the first band again was like 14, 15. It's a group of lads from
Wow.
school. We just used to do a load of Smiths covers and New Order covers and Joy Division and stuff like that. And then I started with a band and do some original stuff in my teens, and was looking to kind of maybe go that way, but I was still acting. I've done a few different things. And then Corrie came at 19. So it took me in a total different direction. But the first thing I did when I came out of Corrie was I set up a record company with my manager at the time, and we released a record, and I was going down that avenue. And then that kind of fizzled again, and then the acting took off. And then recently with an old pal of mine, Darren, we'd recorded an album, mainly his songs, original songs, and we just started out to kind of, it was going to be an album that we might just sell at some gigs, but we're waiting to Lisa Stansfield's studio over 10 months, over the kind of lockdown period. And this thing just grew, and it got better and better and better, and we got better and better. So the finished product was just like, oh, we're going to have to do something with this. So yeah, we've had the last 2 years, we've had a nice little journey with it. You know, I've done some interviews, and there's some YouTube stuff up on YouTube and website. If you go to stuartwolfenden.com, you can buy the CD on there, and it's all the info and stuff's on there. But yeah, it's always been a passion of mine, singing, really. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And obviously, you know, if we can just let everybody know what you've just said about, you know, the Stuart Wolfenden, was it stuartwolfenden.com? Is that the website?
Yeah. All the info and all about the music is on there. I mean, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and all that, and I put stuff on there all the time, as you know. I never stop. That's a new thing, isn't it?
Oh, bloody hell, he's up early.
I hate to say it now. I'm not a social media fan, honestly. I'm really not. You'd think so. You wouldn't think so, like the amount of stuff I put on. But you've got to be in it all the time, haven't you? And it's just. And I'm always screaming at the missus. How do I do this? How do I put this up? I'm a grumpy old man with technology.
Kids.
Yeah. All my kids know more than me. Yeah, the iPads. Yeah, 7-year-old and 4-year-old can do it better than me.
I'm telling you.
But I'm having a good bash. I'm having a good go at it. But but I'm all on the social media. But stuartwolfenden.com, all the info about the album me and Darren did is on there. And it was a passionate pair of us, and we've done it now. We're completed. It's all done. Nobody can ever say that we didn't do it. You know what I mean? We did it. And what the future may hold, I'm rehearsing with a different guitarist at the moment. I'm starting to do up the pubs again, doing some covers and some original stuff and things. So I'm keeping at it. I'm keeping my hand in music and stuff. I'll never not sing, I don't think.
Well, do you know something? Just make sure that you keep us posted as well, and let us know whenever you're gigging, when you're in the Midlands, etc. You know what I mean? If ever you come down here, and I'm presuming, obviously, you're still living up north.
I'm up north. I'm up Rochdale, Littleborough, near Rochdale. Yeah.
If ever you're gigging in the Midlands and everything, just let us know, and I'll drag this balls to cancer lot, and we'll come along and we'll support, because that's what we like to do.
I think I've got some coming. Yeah, I've got some coming up. I did, but I think not obviously with the lockdown. I think it's a couple of years ago. I went down to it wasn't far from Burton and Trentway. I think there's a couple of places down there. I think I will be going down this year. So I will let you know. I'll post it on. And I think what we do is I usually go down for 2 nights and do a pub Friday night and then a pub Saturday night. Stay down and do the pubs and then come back on a Sunday. So I'll let you know and get the gang over and we can have a right good knees up.
Oh, most definitely. And listen, and we'll bring you a cob.
A cob?
Yeah.
A cob, as in a muffin?
As in a what?
A muffin? A cob? What's
What? You call cobs muffins, Stuart? Really?
Well, no. Some people up here, we call them muffins and barn cakes and all that kind. But cob, I thought cob was a big round lump of bread. Is it not?
It most certainly is. Well done. You're one of the first special guests on Ask Auntie Dee who've basically not been thrown by one of cobbies. So what's your favourite cob then, young man?
That's a question.
See,
Depends what
I
mood I'm
knew
in.
I'd render you speechless.
Yeah, it depends what mood I like. Oh, I mean, cheese and pickle is cool. Ham salad is cool with some beetroot. Salad cream. Yeah, maybe
See,
that.
you're the
Yeah.
first one. Beetroot on a cob. You cannot
Oh
beat
man, wicked
beetroot.
salad cream as well. Yeah.
Now, are we talking pickle or are we talking that piccalilli stuff?
Pickle.
Spot on. I knew I'd absolutely love you, Stuart.
You knew I was a pickle man. You can tell. It says it's got it written there as a pickle man.
It says what he does on the tin. He's a
Yeah,
pickle guy,
absolutely.
not a piccalilli. See, we've got this one on now. Pete was like, pickle. Oh, I do love pickled cabbage. I really do. But I wouldn't have pickled cabbage on a cob. Come on now,
No.
Jane. That is so wrong.
Tater ash, pickled cabbage on tater ash.
I'm telling you. And we've even got all these now. All the corned beefers are coming out now, Stuart.
Oh, corned beef hash, man.
It's like, they were waiting for that one. They're flying out now with their corned beef.
Corned beef hash.
Honestly, God. But Stuart, before I let you go, can I just ask you, would you mind just giving a little message to everyone out there about how important it is to support like a charity like Balls to Cancer?
Absolutely. I've lost my dad to cancer 8 years ago, to lung cancer, and he didn't want to go in the hospice. He wanted to stay at home, and me and my sister stayed with him in the last few weeks, and the Macmillan nurses were there. But we did, and as you know, Dean, everyone who's had a relative suffer with it, it's very impersonal, and you see them in a very different, the worst time of their life, and it's low for them and degrading for them in a lot of things. But it's what he wanted, and we managed to do that for my dad, and he, and thankfully he went at home, and that's what he wanted to do. And it's just been his 8-year anniversary. So I don't think there's a person that's not touched with cancer. It's I don't, not too many details I want to go into, but there's lots of people and stuff like that. But I lost my dad with it, and I saw what it did to him. And he fought as long as he could. But you've got to absolutely support everything, and it's and we don't always blow. I mean, Balls to Cancer, it says it on the tin, doesn't it? It's very much, don't be. We're not in that day and age now that surely we're not prudes and stuff. I mean, let's not Stuart,
be about I've stuff. Offered on many an occasion if anyone if anyone is struggling, I'm more than welcome.
I heard that, Dee. I've heard about it.
My inbox just went crazy. Crazy. But again, do you know what I mean? I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Even down to a little retweet, it means the world to us here at Balls to Cancer. It really does.
No, you're very welcome.
And it just gets the awareness out there. Now, Jean's here. Now, this again, we've got so many events now that we've started planning, etc. And we've got an All-Stars football game coming up next June. And, Stuart, we'd just love to have you along. And Jean is just amazing because Jean will just check anyone's balls. That's nanny Balls to Cancer right there. But, we will definitely stay in touch, and it'd be amazing to see. Get them football boots out and do a bit of running up and down the pitch. But Stuart,
I'm just thinking about it now.
You are. But Stuart, honestly, we wish you all the best. Obviously, we can't wait to see you back on our screens. And like I said,
I'll be back on very, very soon. I've just landed a job. I can't tell you what it is. Thankfully I landed it because it's been a while and stuff in lockdown. But so I just landed a nice job, which I've worked on before. That's all I'll say. But I'll be appearing on the screens certainly before Christmas on one of the main. That's all I'm going to say.
So it's definitely something you've worked on before, right? Now, obviously, like I said to you, I've said heartbeat My 14-year-old, he's obsessed with watching the reruns of Heartbeat. And I went, he was in
Oh,
Heartbeat.
yeah.
So I'm going to have a look through now. I'm going to start messaging you, go, is it this? Is it this? Is it that? See, Donna's just put, is it Coronation Street for the 4th time?
No.
Oh, Stuart, honestly, you little tease. But listen, we can't wait for that. So obviously, it's something you've done before. See, he's giving you guys clues. Something you've done before, and it's going to be before Christmas, and it's on one of the big channels. Oh my God, we are going to be watching your social media like a hawk, because whatever it is, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Stuart,
I think I'm up there in a few weeks, so I'll put something up and people
brilliant. Listen, thank you so much. You've been absolutely
very welcome.
amazing. And I can't wait to, you know, that corned beef and pickled cob.
Getting me hungry now. I'm going to go to my bakers, the local bakers tomorrow. I'm going to ask for a cob.
Don't start me off, honestly. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock, I sit here for me live. I go live and I'm like, oh my God, my stomach, I'm so hungry. But I tucked into a couple of lemon puffs before this started, so I'm all right. Stuart,
let's get you going.
I'm telling you, live it large, Dee, live it large. Stuart, love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Amazing. And we'll see you soon. Take care.
See you soon, guys. Take care, Dee.
Goodbye. Oh, everybody, how absolutely amazing. I knew that would be a really, really good one. I was really, really looking forward to that. Chili and chips, Stevie Whitfield, honest to God. You and your, what was he having last week? You were having steaks last week, weren't you? Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. Oh, good job we didn't say anything horrible, but would we? No. Oh, there you go. Oh, so he's going to be in another big drama. What we're thinking. Right, obviously we know it's not Coronation Street. So let me have a look. He's done some amazing actual dramas. That's what they're called, isn't it? Dramas and movies, actually. It wouldn't be Heartbeat. They're not going to remake Heartbeat, are they? Clocking Off. Right, we've got Clocking Off, Fat Friends. Maybe that's why you wouldn't say. You thought you might offend me. Fluffy Friends, Blue Murder. See, that was a good one. You know, not that I stalk the man or anything. Do you know what I mean? I just happen to like appreciate. Oh, he was absolutely fantastic. So there you go. Oh, Isabel said hello, but her phone's dead. That's probably because of all this festival dancing and stuff she was doing at the weekend. Good job, Auntie Dee. Never knew about that in advance. I'm telling you now. Oh, people, how absolutely. Hello, Kylie Davidson. Oh, Kylie, hello. How are you? Where's the other half? Is he out playing golf? Normally he pops on, tell him he's late. So there you go. I really liked him. He was absolutely fantastic. Oh, Chris Weston's in. I didn't see because Teresa was saying about me screen shake. It's the multitasking. I went to pick the tablet up, nearly sent the bloody laptop flying. Oh God, got a sticky cup, a dodgy tablet. Dodgy me. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, see, everyone's popping in now. Look at yes, what time do you call this? He was absolutely fantastic. And he's such a lovely man. He really, really is. And I honestly do wish him all the best. And how on earth I could have broke a nail just by sitting here chatting to you lot. But I wouldn't have it any other way because I absolutely love the bones of each and every single one of you. So there you go. Did well on my own, didn't I? But don't think that I want to be. Hey, right, where's this 837 miles come from, Mark? Is that how far it is from Land's End to John O'Groats? Is it 837 miles? On a bike that doesn't move, yeah, Mark? With a great big seat, yeah? I did well. Oh, thank you, Trace. I do wonder sometimes, do you know what I mean? It's like, right, so we've worked out now, it's 837 miles from Land's End to John O'Groats. Now, as a fundraiser for Balls to Cancer, we're going to do that journey, not physically do it, but yes, physically do it, if that makes sense. So we're going to do it on an exercise bike. So we'll be roping some of yous in. So I'll do the 37, and then the 800, you lot can split, you lot can split it between yourselves. Deal done. So keep your eyes peeled, because while eating cake and drinking tea, she's charged up her phone. Isabel Bates has charged up her phone. I love you, beautiful. I love all the Bateses. I love everybody. I just love you all so much. So there you go. I'm going to do the 37 while eating cake and drinking tea in my balls to cancer. Well, it says water bottle, but I think it will count, because I've actually put don't even mention the Tour de France yet. Let us get Land's End to John O'Groats out the way. With my balls to cancer water bottle. I have actually drunk tea out of that before as well. What can I say? So there you go. We're going to sort that out. When I say we, my people, my people love me. I love my people. I love my people. I always will. So yes, so there you go. We're going to sort that. I've got pains already just thinking about it. Catherine's going to have vodka in hers. Yes, I'll just spend the rest of the time just holding her up on the bike if she's going to be tucking into that vodka. So that'll be, we need to get that sorted. When I say we, it's the royal way. I'm putting it out there. Let me know when to turn up. But yes, guys, we're at the end of another week. God, that's gone quick, which is probably a good thing. But like always, please, please, please continue to show your support. Fundraise, donate, text balls to 70085 to donate just £3. You're going to do it, Donna. We're going to drag her down from Stoke. Up, down, down, drag her down from Stoke. See, Donna's got my back. Donna's got my back. She can cover like a few of my miles. And balls to cancer's bum's aching already. No comments. Listen, please, guys, continue showing your support. Don't forget, there's some raffles and some events, some amazing events planned on Katie's charity raffles. Just drop them a follow on Facebook. And follow Balls to Cancer on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and share all the posts. But above everything, where we can, please donate and fundraise, etc. And yes, we've still got to go dress shopping for the ball. Hashtag Girlchild has done what she always does and just completely goes behind our back, and her dress is sorted. So the rest of us are right up creek. But we're not really, because we've still got plenty of time, haven't we? You know what it's like, Diane. We'll be out on the 25th of November to get kitted up for the ball on the 26th. Mark, are you serious? They could read this, The boss man says he thinks I need to bin Madge and hashtag Girlchild off. Well, I can't, because what if one week I'm really, really hungry and I haven't got Madge here to take me to the chip shop? No, listen, honestly, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. I love you all loads. I'm going to turn my TV back on, put my feet up, and, well, I'm not actually. I'm going to go get something to eat because I am a bit peckish. So don't forget, tune in next week, 7 to 8. That don't sound right. 7-8. 7 to 8. 7 o'clock. Just tune in next week at 7 o'clock for another amazing, fantastic, awesome Ask Auntie Dee and another very, very special guest. So until then, it's pointless picking a date, Diane, because I probably won't be able to make it. You know what I'm like. Till 8. Oh, listen, I love you all loads. Keep checking them balls. I ain't even getting into this now. It's getting so complicated. Check your balls, check your moves, check your hoobs, check anything that you need to be checked. And like I said to you, if you see me out and about and you want me to have a grab, all you have to do is say, who am I to deny? I love you all, lads. Until next week, it's a goodbye from me. and a goodbye from me, because I'm all on my own. Take care. Love you. Bye. Still facial expression.